Hi everybody, thank you for joining us once again on our healing circle.
Hello.
Hope you're all ready. Ola is with us tonight and Sarupa is. Well, I don't know how long for though, but Marianne can't join us tonight, so we can see her energy sitting in the chair even though she's not there. How about that? She's here in spirit, if nothing else.
We'll go with that.
So anyway, I hope you've all had a great week since last week. We have. Pretty good. And it got better as the week's gone on until we reach today, and it will get even greater. Like cheese, I suppose. Great cheese. Anyway, so we'll start the meditation group when we've got a couple more. Just a reminder, tonight we'll be doing a question and answer after the meditation. So those of you that want to still take part in that, then just stay where you are, linked in, and we'll go smoothly to one to the other. Okay? And if you want to go, well, turn yourself off and leave. That's fine. I don't mind. Anyway, we're all here. We've all said our good evenings, the introductions. So I'll start. I'll do the meditation for the usual, roughly, period of time. So by now you should all be comfortable in the chair. And you're all familiar with your housekeeping rules. You know, if you turn your phones off, anything likely to cause an interruption, if you can turn that off or put it out the door, whatever, give you a bit more peace and a bit more space. So let's begin by taking a nice deep breath into our stomach. Then we can feel it going through our torso, down through our chest, and it settles in the pit of our stomach. And then when we exhale, become aware and also release any negative thoughts that you have, any hangovers, leftovers from any trauma you may have gone through today, any disagreements with people, any tough times. Just let the memory of all of that be gone. We don't need that. You don't need that. Let's take another deep breath. And then feel it as it goes down through you now. And it reaches the first breath you took, which is nestled comfortably in your stomach. And once again, just get rid of any last remaining thoughts. Anything that may cause you to stop and be distracted, just let them all go. Just acknowledge them and let them go. And now, with a third and final deep breath, just be very aware as you breathe in, as it's working its way down to the pit of your stomach. And as you become even more aware of it there, just see it as a beautiful blue healing colour, beautiful blue mist. And just finally let go of any last thoughts you may have. Just let them go. And you should be good. And now as you're focusing on the energy, the blue healing energy inside of you, just become aware as it gradually begins to spread within your body, within your being. And as it spreads through you, if there's anywhere within you where there is any imbalance, any dis-ease, whether it be physical, mental, or emotional, just really focus that blue healing energy to those areas. And just feel the blue mist bring some calmness and some peace. As it brings those areas, if you have them, to a much slower, calmer pace to match the rest of your body. And just enjoy this time while you can feel that blue energy travelling all around you, and it touches every cell of your being. Just enjoy that time. And now we can start to radiate that energy outwards, away, out from our physical body. And as it leaves our physical body, it goes in all directions. And we can feel that energy radiating out from us as we help it on its way. And perhaps at this point in time, just call to mind any of your friends or relations who you feel could benefit from it. And if so, invite them. Just let them know it's there if they choose to use it. And now we can pull our focus back, radiating the healing energy out. And it goes beyond us. It goes beyond the room, the dwelling that we are in at the moment. And we gradually become aware of it beginning to cover our planet. And nothing gets in its way. And as it travels across the surface, the planet, just call to mind the places that could use some help, the nurses, the nursing staff, admin in the hospitals, and all in the aged care facilities, and the people that live in, carers. They need perhaps the healing energy too. So and just invite all concerned to join in if they wish and have some benefit from this healing energy. And not forgetting the people who are receiving the care. The healing mist is for them. And it is for them to make their journey smoother and softer, more bearable, whatever the destination is. Whether it's to stay with us on this planet, or whether it's to go home where the past relations are. And while we have the surface of the planet in our attention, see the blue mist working its way around all the animals, the tame ones, the wild ones, all the creatures of the oceans and the water, and also those on the wing in the sky and the air. And we ask that the healing mist helps to bring their lives back to what should be a natural life for them. And at this point in time, we call to mind the earthquakes in Syria, Turkey, and we've all seen the devastation on the news. And we focus the blue healing energy to those areas and all the people that are connected, those that have passed on and those that are left behind. We offer the healing energy to those folks as well. And we also offer the healing to the planet where those earthquakes took place. And as we can sort of see all this in our mind, just continue to radiate the healing mist to all of those places and creatures that we have mentioned. Just remember, the healing energy will never run out. It's infinite. It has no end. So we just keep radiating that out to that vision we have. And we'll spend a few minutes in quiet as we continue to radiate that out. Within this quiet space, continue to radiate the healing energy out. Whether it be to individual instances or the whole planet. We just invite anyone that is aware of it, if they choose to be a part of it. And so now it is time to start the journey back, to allow your awareness to return fully to your physical body. And in your mind, bring that vision, that memory of the planet covered in the blue energy. And then, as you feel the energy returned and you feel grounded, just rub your feet on the floor for a couple of seconds, really. Then I'd like you to stand up very slowly, very carefully, and just have a bit of a shake until you feel really balanced and grounded. And then that concludes the healing energy circle for tonight. So we'll have a couple of minutes breaks if anyone wants to move around or do whatever. That's great. And then we'll start the question and answers. But I have a wee announcement to make before we start that. So we could start, I suppose, couldn't we? Yeah.
Why not?
Everybody's doing. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the question and answers. Firstly, in future, as was the original plan, the question and answer will be the first Thursday of every month. So you've got lots of time to think of questions to ask. The reason we're not doing it this week was because last week was the first one and I still had my trainers on my bicycle. Although it was a bit wobbly, I think one must have fallen off. But anyway, and I'd like to apologise to, Marianne, but she's not here, and you guys, all, and Sarupa for being part of the team, and me in my infinite wisdom didn't even mention you last week, so I think both trainers fell off actually, but never mind. So, yeah, so you know you're all here now, so anyway, don't you? Okay, that's good. So that's, as I say, this one's the first one without trainers.
See how it goes.
Yeah. If you hear a bang and see me fall off, you know it's not.
You can catch him all there.
Yeah.
I'll try if I don't fall off myself.
It's most of the time pushing me off, so I won't worry about that.
I'm getting closer, yeah.
Yeah. So, let's start then. Who has the first question?
Yeah, if anybody has a question, you can just put it into the live chat or into the comments and it'll come up here. I know this is the panel asking the panel, but can I ask you a question? So you've talked about this before, not on the Q&A, but with the event that's happening in Turkey and Syria, for example, when we see something like that happening in the news, you've said before that it's more balanced or more beneficial to send it to the whole planet, not just to that particular area. Like, is it, if I scroll into the news in the morning and I see something like a terrorist attack, is it, I don't want to say better, but is it more balanced for me to say, to send healing to all affected by terrorism or to the area itself?
To me, I would say all those connected with whatever particular incident that you're talking, whether it's a terrorist attack, earthquake, anything like that. With an earthquake, it probably could be an idea to say to people in the area, specific area of the earthquake.
Yeah.
But then you could also spread the healing out to the whole planet. Because for an earthquake like that, then the whole planet's going to be a bit
affected.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not I'm not a volcanologist or an earthquakeist person, but I would think that, because it's all the tectonic plates are moving. If this one's moving, if these two are moving, to me they've got to affect
all the rest,
other ones that are touching them.
Yeah.
So they just sort of send it out to that whole area and anything that's affected by it.
Okay. Yeah.
Does that make sense to all and people?
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
So we're still waiting for some questions, guys. Don't be shy.
So can I jump in with a panel question to the panel? When we're sending healing to somebody specific that may have requested it or that we have invited into this bit, how is it? Do we send healing once, or are we guided to know how many times that we will bring them into this sort of Thursday when we're doing the meditation or when we're doing the healing ourselves in the week? And it's been a question that's been coming to me all week, thinking, am I fixed on an outcome if I'm giving them, sending healing every day? Have I suddenly slipped into like I want them to get better when that isn't really my business? Yeah. So I just wanted to, see what people thought about that.
I'll put my time's worth in, and then you can have a go. You answer your. I'm going to start asking you a question. I'm going to answer your answer asking you a question. When you send healing, do you designate how much you're sending?
No, I don't.
How long it's got you? Has it got a use by date?
No, it doesn't. And that's it doesn't. I feel when I pondered it, I felt like it just continues. It's like you set the ball in motion, and the healing will just.
It'll keep going.
Yeah.
You send someone, as you say, you send someone healing, and that healing will continue to be sent to that. That will be as part of that person's life until that person's soul knows that it's okay and it's on the mend, or the soul's left that being's passed over. It's like to me, my truth is that if I send healing to you tonight because you got whatever, then that will keep going until it's done what it's meant to do.
Yeah, that's good, because I was beginning to wonder whether thinking of like bringing that person in every day was just becoming that slightly trying to control the healing energy as opposed to letting the energy do what it does. So that's good.
Yeah, but by doing it every day, you're also affirming that the healing you sent yesterday is worn out, so I've got to send some new. So you've got to keep topping it up.
Yeah.
And that, to me, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, no, that's good.
The energy's there all the time. We use it. We need it. I mean, the meditation we do overnight, I don't say, I want 50 million cubic meters of healing energy, please.
Exactly.
That's to be used within 24 hours. It's just there.
Brilliant. So it's kind of the difference between sending it and offering it. And Amanda actually has asked this question here. Hi, Tony. I had a question about offering healing rather than sending healing. And could you talk about the distinction, please?
Do you want to answer that?
Sure. I'm Tony. And when you were saying that, Sarupa, about the healing circle, so when you say, Tony, about bringing people in, I always see it as offering it. So I see it as when you say people around you, whoever pops in, I will offer it. And if they wish to accept it, they'll accept it. Or if they need it, they'll take it. But I feel like that's the difference between sending and me sending it and saying, here, take it, and me offering it and leaving it up to them free, like a choice. It's a free choice.
Yeah, well, I'd agree with that. To me, if I'm offering you healing, you can say, no, thank you. Yes, please. If I'm sending you healing, then you've got it if you want it or not. So that's why that's why you can invite someone, and all right, you're sending it to them with an invitation to take it or leave it, basically. And then because the others, if you can go a stage further, you're sending healing to someone, and you're sending healing to a person because you think they need this to get whatever. The real big thing is you're interfering with their karma.
Yeah,
that's what I was going to say. Is that my will? I want you to accept it, or your will? It's up to you to accept it, to use it or not.
However that person, someone's dying, so you send them healing. Okay, and I want you to get better. Okay, that person could have their destiny. They could have chosen they wanted to die like that. So, and karmically, a lot of other little plans come together to make that occur. And then you come along and say, I don't want you dying. So all of that's gone apart.
Yeah.
So none of us have got the free will. None of us have got the right to interfere with someone else's free will. We send them healing to make their journey easier, less traumatic.
Glynis has a question. I think it was from the one before we were talking about earthquakes and issues.
Yes.
So she said, can we come together with any others who are sending healing to the same?
Can we? Well, I mean, we're sending healing to them already. If another group wants to do it, then if they're not already, then fine.
We seem to have lost Orla and Tony. So it looks like it's just me on the panel at the moment. I don't know if I can. I don't think I can put your question up, Paresh, but your question is, where does the blue mist come from? I've heard in previous gatherings that it is a universal energy. So I'm going to try and answer that, and then Tony will, when Tony and Ola are back. For me, it comes from spirit. It's just always there, so we're just tuning into it, and it just comes as part of a universal energy that we access. And the way I've always seen those sort of things is they're always there, but we're not attuned to them in our kind of everyday moments. But it's just like turning on that channel to say, right, that's what I'm working with. But I'd be interested to see what Tony and Orla say when they are back.
Hello.
There we are.
Sorry, Sarupa.
The show went on.
What did we miss?
I did say the wheels might come off the trailer.
Yeah. Did you push him?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
I was just looking at Haresh's question. I gave it a go to about where the blue mist came from. For me, I was saying that this is just where how I saw it was that it's always there. It's in the ethers. It's in the universe, and we kind of tune into it, but we're not always tuned into it in our everyday life. So it's like turning on. This is what I'm working with. This is what I'm bringing through and sharing and radiating out. So I'd be interested to know what you both thought.
Yeah. Been a word. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, the healing energy is an infinite energy from the universe. Then it's it doesn't run out. It's just always there. Like I suppose, like oxygen's slightly different, the air that we breathe, because we needed the trees and everything else. But with the healing energy, it's funny. I was wondering this the other day, and it's called universal healing energy. So it comes from the universe, and it's a big universe, and there's a few of them. So you can't say, oh yeah, it comes from that shop over there, or and if you say this chant, you'll get the energy. It's just that all you got to do. It's always there for you. To me, you just like I said before, I hear an ambulance going up the road or any emergency service with all the sirens and that going. I don't even think about it now. I just cover that ambulance and everyone and anything affected with it. The healing energy, if they want to use it. And I know it's there. Where it comes from, it to me, it doesn't really matter. To me, that's like a past life. Someone says, how many years ago did you have your last past life? I don't know. What does it matter? I'm interested in this one.
It was a while ago.
Yeah.
Olive, I think this question is also back to offering healing. Do people ever accept it subconsciously if consciously they are in any way closed to it?
If they're closed to it, then I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, if they don't want it, they won't accept it.
If they don't want it, then they won't accept it. Whatever. I would say if they're unconscious because they've had an accident or something, and it's sent, the soul probably would accept it. If they're not sort of physically here to say yay or nay, then I would imagine it'd be the soul that would say bring it on.
So it's a bit like it's back to the same. You got the free will. If you don't want it, you don't want it. If you want it, you accept it, and that's what it boils down to. Yeah.
Yeah. If they don't want it, then subconsciously, I would think it wouldn't apply. I mean, it's always there when they want it, but the difference between it being there and actually applying it.
So they can change their mind.
Yeah,
and then it's there for them anyway.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. Any more questions?
Not to worry.
It looks like it.
So you've got a whole 4 weeks to come up with some questions for the 1st of March comes before
First Thursday,
yeah, first Thursday.
Yeah. But we put a reminder up in the Facebook group so you'll know it's coming.
I think it's the 2nd of March.
Oh. I don't know, but it's yes.
Yeah, that's right. It'll probably be the first Thursday after the 31st of February.
28.
28.
Wheels are coming off.
Don't worry about the numbers. It's the first Thursday. I mean, there's not going to be 3 of them, is there?
Okay.
So. Okay.
One more just popped in. Do you have time for one more?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. There's one here from Sonia. I have a question. So, for example, we don't have alcohol before meditation. So anything like that about sending healing energy?
My opinion is yes. You don't have anytime you open yourself up to spirit, not the liquid one. Anytime you open yourself up to spirit, you're basically like an open portal. And because your portal's opened up without you consciously being aware of it, you've got no awareness of what's coming in. So what you could be saying, what you think you're sending someone is healing, it could quite well not be. Could be quite the opposite. So I mean, it depends. If you can have a glass of wine or something, then that probably wouldn't matter that much. But yeah, I would say. Well, it depends what you call alcohol, how much alcohol as well. But as I say, the point is you don't know I think it's okay. Another analogy. If you imagine yourself as a lamp on the ceiling, I mean, most of the time that's just shining at a good volume that you can see and everything else. Okay, and you're aware of what's happening with that light. You start having, drink, then when you look at the light, it looks different because you're seeing it in different eyes. And what you're doing is you're basically turning that light up brighter, so you attract more of the darkness. The brighter the light, the bigger, sharper the shadow. So I would say if you're going to send healing energy, just make sure the healing energy isn't soaked in alcohol.
Yeah. Yeah, anything, I'd imagine, alcohol, drugs, anything that changes your state of being, that means you're not aware anymore. Yeah.
Because you change, you have a drink for you, or if you take drugs, you have it for you to change your reality. So you're changing a fictitious thing to someone that doesn't know it.
Yeah. Sonia says, thank you. Very clear, great example. Anam also says, great example, Tony.
Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you for you guys that sent some feedback last week. That was great. Thank you. And I'm going to not just go away tonight. I'm going to thank Sir Rupert and thank Orla for being here. How about
thank you.
And thank you for your input.
Thank you.
Now I've bolted the trainers on, they're never going to come off. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Bye. Good night.